Hey guys, I don't know if that is going through right now. All right. Hey guys, happy Saturday. I'm just going to check in our group to make sure I am indeed live. I've been having some issues with live video. All right, cool. Okay, so happy Saturday, guys. Today I'm so excited to be talking to you about if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Today we're talking all about believing in yourself and action steps that you can take to build up that belief in yourself. So I have my notes right here. Let's see. Okay, got my notes right here, so I'm going to be going back and forth. But have you ever heard the quote, if you can believe it, then you can achieve it? Or have you ever heard the quote, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right? I used to hear those quotes and I used to hate them. I used to be like, you know what, I believe I can be a millionaire and I'm not a millionaire, or I believe I can be super successful and I'm not super successful, or I would just think that way, and I hated those quotes. So with coaching, I have come to realize that maybe it's not about that you're not as consistent or that you're not taking enough action. Maybe the root of the problem is that you don't truly 100% believe in yourself, and that's not believe in yourself, but believe in your goals, believe in this business, believe that you can do this, and maybe that's the reason why you're not taking as much action in your business. So of course we know we have to be consistent, we know we have to do the vital behaviors, but I believe that maybe the core issue is training yourself to believe in yourself first, so that then that action just comes naturally, that when you wake up in the morning, you are doing your power hour because you believe that you can achieve your goal. So where do we go from here? Sorry, I've got notes here. Okay, so for me, when growing up and throughout my life, I've always had pretty good confidence in myself. I was a pretty good student. I was a pretty good athlete. But when I started this business, I had a lot of limiting beliefs, and I needed to work on my confidence. So I had limiting beliefs. Okay, we all have limiting beliefs going into this business. My personal limiting beliefs were a few things. So I thought I was an introvert. I thought I was shy. I thought I had no network. I thought I had no business background. I thought I didn't understand how I could be successful in something like network marketing, because for years and years and years, I was telling myself these limiting beliefs. So I had to work on overcoming these limiting beliefs and believing in myself so that I could achieve my goals in my business. And little by little, as I achieved goals, as I achieved Success Club every month, as I achieved Emerald, as I started pushing for Diamond, and then when I achieved Diamond and then rank advanced from there, I built more and more belief in myself, and because of that, I took more action in my business. So I'm going to give you guys an example of this whole believing in belief determining your action, okay? So before 1954, nobody had ever ran a 4-minute mile. Legend says that experts actually believed that a 4-minute mile would make you explode. They thought that your lungs would get hurt, your heart would stop, that physically humans could not run a 4-minute mile. But in 1954, Roger Bannister broke the world record and ran the first 4-minute mile. And as part of his training, the way he was able to achieve this is that he relentlessly visualized the achievement in order to create a sense of certainty in his mind. So day after day after day, Roger Bannister visualized himself running a 4-minute mile. Now, within 5 years of 1954, when Roger Bannister ran that first 4-minute mile, 22 other people ran a 4-minute mile. Now, did anything change within 5 years? Did people all of a sudden evolve crazily and now all of a sudden we're able to run faster and we're able to run a 4-minute mile? No, the only thing that changed was that people believed that they could run a 4-minute mile. They saw Roger Bannister do it, and now because they saw someone else do it, they could now believe that they could achieve the same thing. So what was I going to say? So it took this extreme sense of certainty for Roger Bannister to run that 4-minute mile, and because other people saw it, they now could believe it in their mind, they could see it, they could visualize it, and then they too could achieve it. So I wanted to do an example of this, guys, a fun exercise, a physical exercise. I was doing it with Rob yesterday to kind of test it out. But if you know me, I am a huge Tony Robbins fan. He has helped me tremendously, and he's very physical. So we're actually going to stand up and do this fun exercise with each other. Okay, so stand up, everyone. Okay, so let me see if you guys can see me. All right, let's get in a good position. Okay, so stand tall and put your arms straight out in front of you and point your finger like this, okay? And keep your feet planted on the floor, and I'm gonna move back a little bit. So stand up, arm right in front of you, finger pointed, and we're gonna move back like this, and you're gonna stop where you normally stop your arm, as far as your arm can go. And you want to make sure that your legs are firmly planted on the floor. So everyone's going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to do it with you guys. All right, cool. Now note how far your arm went back, okay? I know where mine went back. Okay, so now we're going to do something fun. So now we're going to visualize it, okay? We're all going to close our eyes and visualize ourselves, our arm going all the way back, and visualize it going all the way around. We're going to think about our arm going all the way around, okay? So everyone take a minute. I'm going to close my eyes with you, and we're going to visualize it. Okay, ready? Go. So we're lifting up our arm. Our feet are firmly planted on the floor. And now our arm is going back. It's going back. It's going back. It's going all the way around, okay? My arm is going all the way around. Okay, cool. So shake it out. All right, now we're going to do that again. So stand your feet firmly on the floor. Put your arm in front of you, and now we're going to do it for real, okay? Here we go. Okay, did you guys note where you stopped this time? So I stopped probably about 2 feet more the other way. So that's just a fun example. Sorry, Tony Robbins gets really physical. And sometimes the physical example is fun, especially on a Saturday morning. But basically what that exercise is teaching you is that the first time you did it, you didn't go as far, and the reason is because you've never done it before. You didn't believe that maybe your arm could go all the way around. And then the second time you did it, you actually visualized yourself going all the way around, and because of that visualization, you had more certainty and you took more action and you were able to go farther around. So Tony Robbins calls this some kind of cycle. I don't know, but basically, your potential determines your action, which determines your belief, which determines your results, and then it goes back around in a circle. So what we want to do is we want to up our belief so that we up our action, and then the action determines our results. We get greater results, and then we get more belief in ourselves. And we see this all the time, guys, with coaches, right? Like top 10 coaches, and we're like, man, like she's got the success, she's got the husband, she's got the family, she's got like just everything, all the success is coming to her, right? And it's honestly because she's believing in it, she's taking tons of action. Because of that action, she's getting great results, and then those results actually reinforce that belief in herself. So now, if you know me, you know I'm all about action. So I'm actually going to give you some I'm going to give you some tools so that we can up our belief in ourselves. Now, if you are reading, some of you may be reading The Miracle Morning, or The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. Well, I have basically implemented, before I started reading The Miracle Morning, I had implemented something very similar into my routine for about 6 or 7 months. So I guess like 8 or 9 months. And once I read The Miracle Morning, I added a few more things into my morning routine. But this is basically a daily habit that I do that helps me to believe in myself more and, again, take more action. So if you've read The Miracle Morning, he does something called Savor. Savor stands for, number one, you want to do, in the morning, you want to do silence, you want to do affirmations, you want to do visualization, you want to do exercise, and you want to do reading. So this is a great way to start your morning off right and to help you believe in yourself and help you to achieve your goals. Now, what I want you to do is I want us to create a miracle morning for you. Now, I love The Miracle Morning, right? It's an awesome book and he gives you some great tools, but the only miracle morning the best miracle morning for you is the one that you're going to do, right? Have you ever heard this saying, like the best workout for you is the one that you're actually going to do? So I want you to take the miracle morning and make one for yourself. And I'll give you an example. So for me, I wake up in the morning and I listen to personal development while I'm making my coffee. I don't always have time to read, so this is how I get my personal development in, okay? This is how I get my reading in. I then do a meditation, a quick 5-minute meditation. Again, guys, I like it quick. This needs to be something that I can just like wake up in the morning and do. So I do a quick 5-minute meditation. I literally get on my office floor and I put on a YouTube 5-minute guided meditation and I get that done. After that, I do affirmations and incantations, which I'll go over in a little bit. So then I affirm the belief in myself. Then I do a visualization. Some people do vision boards. I like my iPad. So I literally, on my iPad, I have an album called My Future, and I have all of these pictures from Pinterest and from my life and things that I want to achieve in this year, in the upcoming years. And I look through that album every single morning and I visualize, you know, the house I want, the relationship that I want, the goals that I'm achieving in my business. So I visualize that with my iPad and then I write out my goals and my to-do list and I take action. So this is something that no matter what, if I have 7 minutes, if I have, 4 minutes, I can get this done no matter what my day looks like. And by doing this every morning, I'm conditioning myself to believe in myself. I'm conditioning myself, to believe in my goals. And it has worked wonders for me. You want to do this before you open that inbox, and you want to do this before you look at that sponsorship drill down. Okay, have you ever woke up in the morning and made the mistake of looking at your sponsorship drill down or your inbox before you did anything? Yes. So we want to prevent that from happening. We want you to start off your day, no matter what happens that day, you got in your miracle morning. Now, I want to talk about incantations because incantations are something that I had never even heard of before I started reading Tony Robbins. So incantations are basically like affirmations, but they're with feeling and they're with energy behind them. So when I first heard of affirmations, I honestly thought it was kind of like fluff and like stuff that I couldn't really get into. Like I wanted to do it, but I was like, you know what? I don't know if I could picture myself like looking in front of the mirror and telling myself these things. And, I was just like, there was a disconnect with the affirmations. But I was reading or listening to a podcast one time and the guy was like, could you imagine waking up in the morning and telling yourself I'm a failure or I suck or I don't do anything right or why does this happen to me? Could you imagine waking up and telling yourself that every single morning? Like you would definitely start to believe that, right? So that's what an affirmation or an incantation does, only it does the opposite. So you're telling yourself, I have some samples that I'll share with you, but I tell myself every morning that I am a 5-star Diamond Elite coach. I tell myself every morning that I am a leader, that I take action, that I give love and receive love freely, that I am on my way to success, that money and abundance flows around me. So these are my personal incantations. These are things that I want to believe in, or these are things that I have to work on for myself. So your affirmations are going to look completely different. But before I started this, before I hit the goal of 2-star, every morning I would tell myself I was a 2-star diamond. And 6 months later, I achieved the goal. So these things work, guys. They're not just fluff. And now, right now, I'm telling myself I'm a 5-star Diamond Elite coach, and it hasn't happened yet, but I truly believe that I will achieve it this year. And it's doing these affirmations that help me every single day to solidify that belief in myself. If you have a hard time with saying these affirmations and believing them, you can also say I am committed to before the affirmation. Some people might feel like they're lying to themselves. I don't really feel that way, but if you do feel that way, then say, I am committed to being a leader. I am committed to taking action. I am committed to hitting my goal rank or whatever it is. So if you do have trouble with believing it, then just add I am committed to. That's a little tip for you guys. So so we've got 15 minutes. Okay, so my action items for you. I hope I covered everything. Okay, I think so. So my action items for you guys is to comment below your miracle morning. I want you to choose at least 3 out of the 5 miracle morning actions and comment below. And I really want you guys to make this doable, okay? If you can meditate for 25 minutes and visualize for 10 minutes and do all of that stuff, and you can do that every day. That's great, but honestly, I can't do that. I have to make it grab and go. I have to wake up in the morning and know that I can get my Miracle Morning done in 10 minutes tops. If you're not a reader, then don't add reading to your Miracle Morning, okay? So make it work for you. So I will repeat the action items for your Miracle Morning. Number 1 is silence or meditation. Number 2 is affirmations or incantations. Number 3 is visualization. Number 4 is exercise. And number 5 is reading. So I want you to comment below at least three, but 3 out of the 5 Miracle Morning action steps, and let us know what they are. And that's it, guys. I hope this video helped you guys. I hope you're having a great Saturday. Thank you so much for tuning in live, and I will talk to you guys soon.